Hi everyone and welcome to the Daily Scopes for the 24th of December. On the 24th of December, Venus leaves out of bounds at 8:26, the Moon enters void of course at 7:33 p.m. GMT time, and the Moon also enters Capricorn at 1 minute past 10. So when the Moon's in the constellation of Capricorn, people are more concerned with their careers and public matters and what is practical and profitable, and are more inclined to push their emotions aside. There can be an increase in socialising and networking for career or other professional reasons. You and others can become more formal and uncaring. This is a good energy to organise and become more disciplined in thought and action. Making a financial plan for your old age and helping others to do so is a perfect use of this vibration, as are all other forms of financial and material planning. Do your best to positively reduce any stress you have about your financial, spiritual, and emotional health. Negatively, the Moon transiting in Capricorn can make for a lot of family drama, arguments over money, status, taste, or lack of possessions. People can be more withdrawn, pessimistic and depressed than usual, being fearful of trying new things or hearing fresh ideas. Rather than sort yourself out from your emotions, relieve any stress you have about your financial, psychological, physical, spiritual and emotional health in a positive way, rather than, keeping it all in. That can lead to you drinking your sorrows alone and stuff like that, because Capricorn makes us do things in secret rather than out there typically. The best use of the Moon in Capricorn is to concentrate on business, household and other practical matters or problems, focusing on your own personal or career goals, development and healing, without becoming too excessive and egotistical and sorting out those you're intimate with without explanation or sorting yourself out. Although you may be more emotional, reserved than other times, it's best to speak to all you come into contact with sensitivity and understanding, rather than being cold, because this can just come across as just not caring. Do all you can to avoid excessiveness, pick your battles wisely and protect your reputation by being ethical and direct. It's an excellent time to help any children or anyone younger than you whose lives you're involved in with their career or educational process. When the Moon is in Capricorn, it's good for gardeners to plant all forms of root crops because it supports rapid healing and excessive root growth. This increases final yield. It's also a perfect energy to fertilise and prune your garden, as it will recover quickly. Mercury makes a quincunx to Uranus, which gives the chance to be more unique and express unconventional weird ideas. People can become more enthusiastic or anxious at this time. Stubborn behaviour and unwillingness to understand others' opinion can cause conflict in relationships, leading to a breakdown in communication. There can also be delays in all forms of communications and journeys. So we've got Jupiter making a semi-square to Uranus right now. So when Jupiter makes a semi-square to Uranus, there can be conflicts over personal belief systems, self-expressions and mood changes. There can also be a lot of illogical arguments and foolish debates, while you and others sticking to your guns regardless of the evidence that blatantly shows that you're in the wrong. And as Jupiter's been semi-squaring Uranus on and off all of this year, but it's making again another strong connection. If you speculate on the stock markets, things can become more unstable, more than usual during this period. There can also be a lot of egotistical behaviour, especially from leaders. Travels can be disrupted, so can communications. There can also be changes in legislation that may have a local or global impact. A lot of things have changed. A lot of the countries now, we're all in, finances have changed, energy supplies and all the rest of it being destructive and that, so there's a lot of social unrest and tensions may deepen and deepen. Luck can change for the worse during the transit, and as you know, a lot of things have been going on now. When we go back to 19, because I always try and look at what's been going on in Earth before, the 1920s to the 1930s. These were really dire times and life, the Great Depression, lots of suicides, lots of bankruptcies and stuff. How people got through it then is looking for opportunities to make money or to just become happy with themselves, because it's not all about, when you really think about it, it's about building a connection with others. That people that spend all their life chasing their career, that's their biggest regret and stuff, and not taking enough time to getting to know themselves and that. So even though life is a bit crap right now, I'm not going to lie, there's lots of stuff going on outside. Taking that time out just to focus on what you can do rather than what you can't do is the best solution. But yeah, and it's best to learn from the lessons from any losses rather than dwelling them too much. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this situation? How can I improve my life? How can I prepare myself for if this happens again, so that I won't be so affected by it? The key to this transit is finding balance between your need for independence, freedom, conforming, tradition and routine and flexibility, recognising your limitations and making plans to work with them rather than let them control or stunt your self-expression. Also today, Venus makes a quintile to Jupiter. So yeah, it gives the ability to feel more artistic and show appreciation for nature and those you care for. Taking time out to enjoy music, design, bright colours, good food, romantic ideals or leisure pursuits. You may recognise the value of creative expression and enjoy spending time on artistic hobbies. It's a good energy for all forms of like sports and other forms of physical recreation, and gives the ability to enjoy physical activity. Certain physical activity can be more gratifying than others at this time. Some of you may shy away from those who are competitive, preparing to take a more chilled sort of like approach to things today. So yeah, that's the daily scope for the 24th of December.